Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Katie and this is a fountain pen awakening. Hope that wherever you are in the world you're doing super well. I'm fantastic. Again, I am going to be doing a cozy, intimate moment. So how Katie uses her fountain pens and her fountain pen inks. And do we want to just talk about my new ink box? Isn't it beautiful? I just went down to the $2 shop, or the reject shop as we call it, and I bought this box, and inside I put all my inkies. Yay! And I also have my ink sample that I kind of made out of, you know, those boxes that, you know, they send you the stuff in. These are all my samples in here. And this actually fits really nicely on top like this, and I can close it all. Ta-da! And then in here, this is my ink swatching. So yeah, so what I thought I'd do is, as in one of my previous videos when I just showed you an evening with my fountain pens, so today we're going to do an evening with me and my playing around with inks. Okay, so in this video I'm going to be using my Sirocco notebook. This is dot grid and it is 68 GSM Tomoe River paper. I have my trusty little glass dip pen here, my little eyedropper, and I'm got my paintbrush. So tonight I'm just going to have a bit of fun. I'm just going to test out my pinks and red inks just to see what I've got in my collection. Yeah, if you wanted to know how much I paid for my ink box, it was only $6 Australian. So super cheap, lots of room, and very pretty. Alright, so let's get started. So I was waiting for these to dry because when I did this side, oh my god, look at that gold sheen in that Krishna ink. It all kind of smudged because this wasn't dry yet. And then because I've got this Krishna ink inked up in my Pilot Custom, what I was kind of noticing is it's a green goldy sheen. When I did this writing sample with my Pilot Custom, it doesn't look kind of as red as this sample here. And here I had the spillage. And this is such a dry ink. I've just inked it up in my my little Kaweco stone wash just to see how it writes, but it is a very dry writer, this Lady Rose, unfortunately. Okay, so now of that, wow, I can't believe that sheet. Now that it's dried, I'm just going to finish off doing those other two samples I've got of my red inks. There you have it, my friends. I know it's a little bit messy, but this is how I kind of play around with my inks. And this evening was meant to be kind of like a study of my pink and red inks, as I'm still waiting for these ones to dry, but I can already see that in this rhodonite there is a beautiful golden sheen as well. But isn't it interesting how this Lady Rose, it's meant to be like a pinky color, but it's more like a beige color, isn't it? Really, that's it. The Royal Dunk, yeah, which is kind of like that dusty pinky. The Sakura is that pink ink that I got with my my Cellar Pro gear. It was part of the gift set box that came with. That's got a bit of a sheen in it too, but I don't particularly like this ink, to be very, very frank with you guys. And here we go. I don't know if you can see, but there's already some gold sheen in that one too. Now that kind of ink splat there came out of my Pilot Custom when I was playing around with it, so ignore that. That's the actual color that goes with the rhodonite, and that's the ruby red. So I think the ruby red is very similar, it just doesn't have any sheen to it at all. I know, right? Super messy, but super fun. This is how I experiment with my inks. I get down and have some fun and do some ink splats and do some testing, and I don't care if it's messy. That's all part of the fun. Not only is writing with fountain pens super relaxing and super fun, but also playing around with these inks and my glass tip pen. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching, for subscribing to my channel, and for supporting my fountain pen journey, and I will see you all in my next one. Ciao, Wedley.